Alright, so this is going to be a switch. This is actually a Uplogic 5000. Actually looks like it's in pretty nice shape, to be honest with you. But I'm not in the resale business because to me, and I mean, everybody do your thing, but to me, I don't like to sell used stuff. I could sell this to somebody for 50, 100 bucks and never have a problem with it, or I could sell it to them and it doesn't work at all, or it breaks down in a week, or you know, it kind of gives yourself a bad name and makes you look bad. And to me, your word is your bond, and to me, I'm giving somebody some type of word. If I think something's good enough to sell it to them, I'm saying, it ought to work for a while, and I'm not down with that. It doesn't work that way. Makes me look bad, makes the business look bad, so I don't do that. So if you're interested in seeing this, stick around. We're gonna tear it down and see what's inside.
Rock bottle on the track, boy.
Alright, let's see what we can do here. So all these plugs across the front are going to have gold plating on the pins. Alright, a little bit bigger there. There we go. This side, slide out here. I think we got a screw holding. Very well might be wrong, though. This side's been a pain. Alright. Well, we'll just go on into it and see what else we can find for now. sooner or later it'll come loose. Alright, so far we got some shred and a card. There, and switch back to the smaller. That should be it. Let's see if the top wants to play nice. Sure does not. Huh. It's kind of interesting. Some stuff is so easy to get in and some is not. There we go. Finally. Nice heavy piece of shred. And now we're kind of in the internals here. So that didn't want to come out because it's connected to that card. We'll take a few more screws. As I normally do, I just kind of strip stuff, pull it out, pop it out, get it out the way, then kind of go back and look and see, you know, exactly what it is, what's it worth, that kind of thing. Nope. stuff hiding somewhere. Look at this and see exactly what we got going on. Let's see what's hiding up here. We got some extruded aluminum. These are risers. Sometimes they're brass, sometimes they're aluminum. There's not a screw up there. Again, risers, super lightweight, so I'm pretty sure they're going to be aluminum. I normally just leave these plugs. I find them to be too much of a pain to deal with, but normally those are brass. She unplugged. So it looks like there's a couple more risers on this board. These are more heavy. So those are either going to be steel or brass. So collect all these, put them together. I think I dropped one of them in the floor. Alright, so this is your processor. It's got kind of a gold corner right here. That's what that aluminum heat sink was mounted to help get rid of the heat. You got a couple chips here. Yep. So IC chip, bunch of flat packs, another IC chip. That's your gold crystal oscillator. Those, I'm no good at taking those little things off. They normally just bust all the pieces on me. There's other chips and stuff. If you wanted to clean that, you could, but all these are so small, I don't normally go after those. But as you can see, it's gold underneath the screw tabs where the screws were, and you can see all the little dots of gold in the board. So this one's going to be coated in gold underneath the mask. You got some more chips here. This and this, both sides are going to be gold on those pins that plugs into the bottom piece. Some more ICs if you want to get those off, and that kind of thing. This right here, so these look like they may be gold corner BGA. That one definitely. You got some bigger chips, flat packs, ICs. That's gonna be a flat pack. Lots of gold pins here. Gold. These are big enough to take off. I can't even remember what they're called. Tantalum capacitors, I believe. You can see these big ones. All these pins, as I told you at the beginning, it's gold on those. Bottom side of the board, you got a couple ICs, you got a couple of these MLCCs. If that's something you're going after, that's starting to get about the size that I'd worry about getting it. But again, it's coated in, the board's coated in gold, and there's gold fingers. So it's another good board there. This is going to be your power supply boards, as they are not super heavy, but at the same time, you know, halfway decent price if you don't want to take the stuff off. A lot of people toss this into shred with the tin and stuff. That way they can get the copper from the transformers, the copper that's between the layers of the board. This is not gold pins, but they are probably brass. You got some can't remember the name of them. Anyway, there is some gold and copper in these. There's two of them here, one of them here, and then a big one here. And as I said, you got copper here and here. Most of the time they're copper. And then you got your big dipped IC or dipped tantalum capacitor there, and another one here that may be worth going after if you're into all that stuff. Most of the time I just pull the stuff off that I want, toss the rest of it in the shred. There's one IC down here. A lot of times your power boards have an IC chip or two on them, so don't overlook them, and quite often they've got a little bit of size to them. But both these basically look the same. Remember, IC chip has to have 6 legs, 3 legs on each side. Flat packs have legs all the way around. So this right here, again, gold. You see from the screws, good chance that's coated in gold. You got a nice IC chip here and some here. A few IC chips may be worth pulling off. You're gonna have gold in these connections here. And the back side doesn't have anything. These are probably brass, and that's probably brass, but they may be steel, so you know, it's worth sticking a magnet to find out. We got a little bit of wire here, not a whole lot. This top board is the same. Looks like that might be, yeah, looks like gold underneath. Not much to steal off of it other than trying to recover any gold that's on it. You got gold in all these, of course. Gotta take the screws to take this apart. Decent amount of chips on the board, nothing too fancy, but again, it's coated in gold, and this looks like the thick gold you can feel. So you got your gold fingers here. Some people like to cut them gold fingers off and then sell this board. I can't even tell you because I can't figure those out, but anyway, they'll sell the board. Some people leave them on and try to sell it as a slot card. Again, there's gold in all these pins, so it's all up to you how you want to do it. All of us do it differently. I'm a little more interested in the gold myself. This is just a fan. You can throw that in with your copper motors, maybe. That's up to you. And well, that's actually between you and, you know, your wherever you sell your stuff at. This right here is a bunch of little switches. They normally have silver in each one of them, little silver tabs in there. Again, it's coated in gold, so I'm gonna finish taking it apart. You got gold pins and gold pins. So this is a SSD 40 gigabyte hard drive for storing information. I'll strip this down, scratch it up, and do my normal with that. I've shown plenty of videos on these. So both of these boards also gold on them. That's the crystal oscillator. There's you some gold fingers. I don't see anything on the bottom of either one of these, but they are, yeah, gold here too. And it looks like that's pretty much it. You may want to check some of your ends. Some people can probably get dirty brass for those. These are going to be gold ends. This and this is going to be gold ends. This one, gold end. I believe that's going to be it. Board Sort's buying those. I think it's up to $1.25 or $1.75 a pound now, with gold being high. So, food for thought. The rest of this stuff we normally toss them in the shred and roll on from there. So I hope y'all enjoyed. Hope it was some good information for y'all, and we'll see y'all next time.